Thank you for your interest in our resources to support access arrangements for general qualifications. They're all based on the JCQ, the Joint Council for Qualifications regulations. We've produced these resources to make your life easier when you're processing access arrangements within your centre. Every penny that you contribute for these resources is passed on to charity. Please see our website for more information about the charities that we support. You should have a copy of the sheet that's shown on the screen now. If not, please go to our website homepage and you'll see a link to resources and you can download this sheet from there. So the first resource is our test information document. This document gives information on over 40 tests recommended for use in access arrangements assessments. Information about each test includes the name of the test, the supplier, the cost, a description of the test and the age range that it covers, and suggestions on how to use the tests for access arrangements assessments. This comes as a PDF. On the screen you can see a sample of one of the sheets in this document. The second resource is our student record sheet. This is a form which you can record everything that you need to complete Form 8 as evidence for access arrangements. It's not an alternative to Form 8, but can be used in a student's file to keep a record of all their scores in one place, so you don't have to search through the file to find individual test papers. This document comes as a PDF. Document 3 allows you to record scores visually on a chart. Sometimes I assess students within a centre who don't actually need access arrangements, and it can be helpful to be able to show their scores on the chart for the school or college because I won't need to complete Form 8. This Excel document comes as 3 separate spreadsheets. The first sheet, which you can see on the screen now, shows a list of commonly used tests in assessments for access arrangements. You can see a column here to record standardised scores and then a visual representation of the scores over here. When you type a standardised score in the box, as I've done here, a cross automatically appears in the appropriate box here. The second sheet is left blank for you to enter the test that you use for access arrangements assessments. And the third sheet is designed for specialists who carry out full diagnostic assessments, for example for the disabled students allowance. In many ways this is similar to the previous 2 sheets. But as you can see, each cross is highlighted. And there's the option to continue the highlights to clearly show confidence intervals, as you can see on this sheet. The next resource is our Guidance for Candidates documents. These are notes explaining to candidates how each arrangement works during the exam. So, for example, you're having a reader and a scribe. This is how it will work on the day of the exam. The document is in Word, so you can adapt it for the way that you do things in your centres. Many centres give copies to candidates and also to their parents to keep them informed about the access arrangements that their son or daughter is having. The training for readers, scribes and invigilators and other adult helpers in exams will provide you with materials to run training for those supporting access arrangements on the day of the exam. The PDF documents can be used in the same way as PowerPoint, as you're seeing on the screen now, and we also provide handouts for your staff. The session will probably take about an hour and will enable a SENCO or an exams officer to ensure that staff understand what's required of them on the day of the exam. Of course, invigilators do need to oversee them, and it can be helpful if invigilators can be included in the training as well. The overview of access arrangements for centre staff is a shorter session, about 20 to 30 minutes. It can be used to make sure that centre staff, for example subject teachers, heads of department, learning support assistants, etc., are aware of what arrangements are available and how they should support the learning support department as they lead on access arrangements. Again, slides are provided with handouts and other supporting documents. Both the previous sessions, Training for Readers and Scribes and an overview of access arrangements, are also available as online video presentations which can be used with an unlimited number of staff. On this screen you can see where to find more information on our website about these presentations. Informal assessment resources includes a number of documents designed and used by colleagues working in the area of access arrangements and assessment. These have generously been donated by these colleagues who work across the country, and they've allowed us to use their copyright in order to raise money for our charities. Resources include this feedback form about access arrangements and how they've been used in an exam. There's a document helping staff to decide who's responsible for what in relation to access arrangements, and a document with prompts for assessing handwriting, some guidelines to help your candidates cope with the requirements and the stress of exams. We have a number of different formats used by various centres to demonstrate the normal way of working for access arrangements and to get information from class teachers, etc. The final resource is a document to record the evidence that you'll need to show that a candidate using a bilingual dictionary qualifies for extra time. Of course, like all these documents, it's based on the current JCQ regulations. All the documents that I've described are available as direct downloads. If you want to buy one or more resource, you need to visit the shop, the link is here, pay with a credit or debit card, and you'll be sent a link to download your chosen resource. When the total fee is calculated, an additional fee of approximately 3% will be added, and this just covers the cost of PayPal that we're charged, and this will enable us to give the total amount to charity. Please be aware that the licence for each resource is for use within your centre. If you have colleagues from other centres who are interested in any of our resources, please direct them to our website so that they can order their own. Thank you.